thing light up, but I'm not hearing anything from him.
Yeah, I have a filter that hopefully
Oh,
is taking out the
oh,
background noise.
okay, okay. So as long as everything's normal.
Mm-hmm.
Let's
Okay,
kill something.
let's kill some shit. All right. So now I think it's I think we've reached the open place phase of the downtime. So yeah, we got players. You know what? I'm going to start in reverse order this time. I'm going to start with Pete. What do you want to do for like gathering information or just kind of just doing stuff?
Uh, I think I'll go talk to the head of the Lamp Blacks
Okay.
to see if there are any more pockets of red sashes that we can eliminate and take over their territory.
All right.
Since we took out their drug den and we've got our infirmary up and running, can we knock the red sashes down a little bit more and gain a little more territory?
All right. I think I don't know if anybody wants to go with you, but I imagine you can meet him. You're going to meet him at where do you
Uh,
want to? Oh,
I
Bazo.
got I got a text message from Mike that he was hoping that he'd be able to join in, but they're just sitting down to dinner, so he's pretty doubtful that I'll be able to join us.
No, that's okay.
We understand.
Yep, we still love him,
Hmm.
and so does his mom.
That's what I said.
Well, his wife. I mean, it's important that his wife loves him and feels appreciated.
Well, he's not that important.
Yeah.
All right. So all right. So where? Yeah. Do you want to meet with him someplace other than like his warehouse setup, or is that okay?
That's fine by me.
Okay. All right. Go meet him at his warehouse. So the last, kind of, you go in and you reflect, on the last time you met here at the base. There was an old coal warehouse in Crowsfoot, and the place. I mean, he's not even really pretending that it's a warehouse anymore. The place is pretty opulent. It has a big thick carpet on the floor now. And his in his office, which back when you first started working with him, first took that
Uh-huh.
first job from him, was a pretty plain room with a wooden table in it. Is now has is standing in it. You imagine it could be this could be like some some lord's office or study in a mansion. Yeah, like just real thick carpeting and curtains on the walls
Nice,
and
big,
nice,
large, heavy oak desk.
huge desk. I mean, he's almost certainly compensating for something with this massive desk. With all this carved scroll work in it. It's polished to to shine. From the warm firelight that's coming from the fireplace. That that's against the wall. And Basil, he has some big, plush, kind of overstuffed leather chairs for you to sit in.
The comfy chair.
Across from his desk, which is in his chair, which has a this back that's it's like 4 feet tall, and he leans way back and he says, "Oh, my friends, you come to see old Bazo Baz and have a few drinks." He and with before you even answer, he's already decanting something into into a glass with with a nice big ice cube in it, which is again super opulent, having a nice big ice cube.
thought I'd stop by and see what we could do to improve our mutual situations.
Oh, our situations are quite good, I gotta say. Not to put too fine a point on it, things are going very, very well.
Well,
My crew's got some coin. We've been, we've expanded our territory quite a bit. There's very little between us and running all of Crowsfoot, as it were.
well, what do we have left of the red sashes?
Oh, those poor saps. Well, say, um, we've come to the point where I almost feel sorry for the poor chaps. There's a few of them still in that old school, but there's well, I get it's not going to take much to just knock them out. Um, it's really not a lot of glory in it though, and certainly not much coin. They've lost all of their backers.
I'm not much interested in glory. When I was in the service, we never left enemies behind us. You never know when they're going to pop back up, spring up like a nasty weed and poison you in the back.
Why? Why?
Need to root them out.
Well,
Grind, grind them underneath your feet until they're just nothing but a little red paste.
why? That is a thing you could do. That is a thing you could do. But allow me to illuminate you a bit on the functions of business. Now, you see, as it turns out, when your opponent in business is on their heels, as it were, again, perhaps more personal things get involved in that business, but maybe more than a little bit of blood is spilled. But when somebody is on their heels, um, it's an opportunity to negotiate.
Are you
And
suggesting a merger?
well, I'm just saying. Um, Now, granted, I mean, we haven't talked about everything, that we do. I mean, for example, you didn't really cut me in with this whole thing you're doing with the bill hooks, but that's aside. Um, I really haven't advertised it a lot, but the red sashes are now paying tithes to me boys. So now, instead of being instead of that messy and pointless exercises and just wiping somebody out. They're like cockroaches, right? You're going to be killing them forever, right? Instead, instead, we we regulate them. We give them an opportunity to keep performing minor businesses. They have a few things on Silk Shore still, um, and they have that school if they can convince the tuitions, or their enrollment is down, as it were. But it's all right because they're paying much of what they bring in to me boys. Where do you think I got this desk? Isn't it wonderful?
Desk. Of course, seeing as we were somewhat instrumental in assisting you to get that desk,
Yeah.
uh, a little bit of juice sliding our way would be nice too.
It would, but that is a business thing, right? I mean, You've got quite a bit of money from some other jobs, but you haven't shared them with me, with old Baz O'Baz, have you?
Well, they jobs that the Lamp Blacks helped us with. If we work together, then we share things together.
Yeah.
I wonder what it's worth to him for us to not go after the rest of the red sashes and wipe them out.
But if I recall, you were doing all this messy stuff with with those top hats up in Brightstone and some kind of cultist somewhere else. I don't know. I don't get messed with your business unless it specifically pertains to me. While you were off doing those things, me and me boys were negotiating with the Red Sashes. I mean, why not? It's not, it's not that I don't value our partnerships. It's just that our arrangements are not that we are partners in everything.
Well, that's true.
That would be a little too cozy, wouldn't it? I mean,
So if we decide to take our disagreement with the Red Sashes even further,
well, have they been messing with you? They're on strict orders not to. I mean, so if they ever give you any trouble, you'll let me know.
well, like I said, from my time in the Army, I don't like leaving living enemies behind me.
Hmm.
You never know when they're gonna crawl back up and
No, you never
stab
do.
you in the back.
Well, I do not. I'm a simple businessman. I do not pretend to know nearly the depth of knowledge that you have in warfare. Man, I cannot keep a straight accent ever for any character.
If you've already made agreements with them, I guess we don't have much else to discuss at the moment.
Whoa, I wouldn't say that. I would not say that.
You have something else going on
Well,
that might be of mutual benefit.
perhaps. Well, I got this job there's a job that I'm not sure that my boys can take. Um, I had to. There was somebody here in town is looking to pull a heist outside of Duskvol. And well, me boys are doing a lot of work consolidating here. I've got a lot of territory to manage, with the expansion and all. And I thought, well, it ain't so much killing, but perhaps I can, run it by you chaps, and we'll see if there's something worthwhile in there.
And what does heist entail?
Well, here's the thing. It's a job in Imperial City.
So travel. Right.
So travel to the seat of the Empire. There's some sort of museum curiosity, something in the Emperor's menagerie itself that this chap was looking for. I didn't get all the details. I told him I might have somebody who could who'd be prepared to travel, but well, I don't know. I mean, it's I'm sure it's quite dangerous, but the reward was extraordinarily high.
Hmm.
Would you like me to to set up some sort of a meet?
Yeah.
Who will with me?
Um,
Maybe I did. I mean, if that's okay.
Yeah. We'll have to clear it with the crew. See what their interest is in this.
all right. No pressure, of course. Just I don't want my good friend Dasher to leave empty-handed as ever. All right. Leave-in, do you have a character that wants to do some sort of a downtime open play activity?
One of them's indisposed, and the other one I already had met with Bazo Baz last
Yeah,
time.
I forgot. I thought about it like toward the end. I was like, oh yeah, we should have made a comment. It was like 2 days in a row,
Yeah.
meeting with the crew.
I think I already had done most of what I had wanted.
You know what? I think for the heck of it, I think um I think we should meet with Vetcher here. I think Vetcher um yeah, so Vetcher is, in this, kind of trapped in his mind now in this, kind of uh in the spirit world as well. And you're having like this constant kind of ongoing constant stream of nightmares. And um you get this really they all have to do with the web of pain. And you see like the tendrils of this web, reaching all across the city. And in particular, um, you get you try to peer at the thing that's in the middle of, that's in the center of the web, and keep getting like all these kind of confusing images. Um, but uh, but over the course of like these days that you've been in this delirious, or maybe even like weeks, because I think I established last time that Aldo's probably been in prison for about a month now. So it's been like a month of Vetcher, like unconscious, and like thrashing in in this bed,
Mm-hmm.
and you know in this kind of half life experience. Um, and now that I think about it, there's probably moments where he kind of like becomes immaterial, um, and or transparent and stuff because of the supernatural the supernatural aspects of himself and the wounds that he received.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Some of the specific images you see is, from the center here is, this um kind of this kind of, it's almost like venom, so like kind of a glistening black presence, this goo that's like reaching out and trying to form a body.
Mm-hmm.
And you see it like reaching out and trying to find some specific parts.
Ah.
And you see a heart that it's attempting to find. And you can see it like it's searched, you can sense that it's searching along the web trying to find it. Um, a heart, an eye, and a hand.
Okay.
In order to form the body that it wishes to inhabit. Um, and you're quite certain um, that the heart is very close to you,
Okay.
and that the eye is within the city, and the hand is somewhere else, somewhere outside the city.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's about all we get from that.
Okay.
All right, Joe,
Yes.
is there anything kind of an open play thing stuff format that you would like to do?
Let's see. I know Aldo pretty much already did some open play type stuff. Um, let's see. Christoph, on the other hand, let's see. Trying to remember what Christoph was doing recently. Mm,
I'm going to step out of the room for a moment and get myself in the right.
Okay,
He can
let's
still hear you.
see. Okay, yeah. All right. I'm trying to think what it was Christoph was doing. I know. Oh, wow, I'm not even sure what pronoun to use for Christoph right now. Um, yeah. Oh, yeah, they were just coming to terms with the new body and the new abilities.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. Trying to think. Oh,
Crap, that's a good point. I think
mhm.
sometime during this period, um, von Christoph is probably going to have to get hungry.
That's
Yeah.
yeah.
All right,
Yep.
so tell me a little bit about where we should start a scene for that, because I don't
Uh,
know the specifics of how you're feeding. I mean, that's up to you.
mhm. Let's see. All right. Where am I going to feed? Let's see. Yeah. I think I'll head over to Coleridge.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah. And just try to find someone who's kind of by themselves in an out of the way place.
Okay. So yeah.
Or
So
you know,
Cold
uh,
is super. It's highly industrial. The
mhm,
Everything is kind of covered in the soot. Um, this board the river bordering the Coleridge. As you pass over, walk along a bridge, you can see like the river is more like a thick sludge,
mhm,
um, just full of the choking pollution from this part of the city. Um,
mhm,
people in this area almost always have their faces covered, which is
mhm,
perhaps what makes this a good area to be in for hunting,
mhm,
because not nobody's gonna remember your face.
Yes.
You see a lot of most of the day is most of your time out here. There are a few people who are like, it takes a while to find somebody walking by themselves because usually like whistle blows and like a whole shift leaves the factory and another shift arrives. Um, but I'd say after probably about an hour or so, you manage to find somebody who's arriving late to work.
And it's their unlucky day.
Mhm.
Yes.
And manage to take up a position, following them. Past an area where there's there's an alleyway.
Yes. Mm. I'm thinking probably the best way to do this would be to call them over, since their stuff's form currently is one which could possibly get away with the "I'm lost, could you help me?"
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
as um, I will uh, be at the edge of the alleyway
Yep.
and try to get the person's attention and do the whole
Oh, yes, ma'am.
uh, sure, help. Could you help me? I seem to have lost my way.
Oh,
I
well, yes. Right now we're along Sludge Lane, and but I assume. No, wait. Where are you looking for? Where are you trying to get to?
I was supposed to uh, to meet with someone at uh, an inn in night market, but I seem to have completely misplaced directions.
Oh, okay. You're looking for the cargo bridge.
I
Oh, that
guess.
so that's a bit complicated. You're gonna have to go down this street here, um, and then it's several more right turns until you come out on Cargo Lane. That goes
Oh,
straight to the bridge.
okay. Um, down this street. I
No,
asked,
no, no,
pointing at a completely different one.
no, 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 no. Perhaps I should show you. Come this way.
Yes. Okay. And all right. Would it be shorter to go through there? I point toward the alley.
Um, I don't know. I've never been down that alley. I don't think so. No, the street's right over here.
Okay. Yeah. I glance around to see if there's anyone else who could see what's going on.
Um, you see a few people down the street. Um, you don't. They're kind of walking this way, but but you're pretty far away.
All right. Yeah. Uh, I will. I'm horrible at this. I'd make an awful vampire. All right. Um,
This is why I set this stuff up.
yeah. Okay. So
We should go through
I,
the dark alley together. Woman who's never met me,
yes.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
lives in a world where
Yeah.
probably dark alleys are not a good
Yeah.
idea.
I look into the alley. I see some light over there. Come with me. Let's see this. And I start walking that way.
He starts running. I said, no, no, look, these alleys aren't safe.
With you here, I'm sure I'd be perfectly fine.
These alleys aren't safe. I know.
Um, so yeah, so he follows you a bit down the alley, and then kind of grabs your arm to stop you, and he says, "Look, we shouldn't fool around. just let me get you to that cargo road, and you can head.
You're
Jump
right.
on
We shouldn't fool around. And so I uncap the fangs and
Okay.
Yep.
So your feeding is going to be drinking somebody's blood.
yes.
Okay.
Was that a choice you can make?
Well, yeah. I mean, so since you have to like feed on their energy, so it could be
You could
something
be
as
an
simple as-
emotional
you
vampire.
could be an emotional vampire.
I'll save that for real life.
We got. Has anybody in the group seen what we do in the shadows?
Yeah.
Yeah. We got Colin Robinson. It could be Colin Robinson, the emotional vampire.
I'll go with the more traditional one.
Okay.
Yes.
I've heard somebody else, playing a vampire in this game. He kissed people and
Mhm.
to suck their energy out, and it
Mhm.
rarely killed them. It was mostly to just take their energy.
Nice.
I'm thinking of Red Dwarf for the emo hawk.
That yeah.
Okay, so this time around, because it's kind of open place, role playing stuff. Yeah, you do that thing.
Mm-hmm. Um. Oh wait. Okay. I thought I hit the indulge vice button.
I do not see a roll yet.
Oh wait a second. Oh yeah, it's because I'm an idiot and forgot to actually go through and do the.
You didn't answer the question. Yep.
Nope. It's like, wait, why is it not doing anything? Then I realize, oh, because the thing.
Because this is how the game works.
Mhm.
Ooh. Okay.
Right. So if I had any harm, I would heal that up and I lose 3 stress. So I managed to not overindulge.
Congratulations.
Yes, because overindulgence is bad.
Yeah, and you didn't have that much to begin with. That's awesome.
Yeah, I had 4. I got rid of 3. Woohoo.
Well
All
done.
right. Yeah.
That came out just about perfect.
Yes.
Okay. And then does any player
Um,
character have anything going on?
Hanging out with Pete, like doing the visit with Bazobaz, and
Okay.
maybe suggesting that we, maybe she did say, something like maybe he wants to pay us to make sure they don't come to any harm and do keep
Yeah.
paying their bills. But yeah, that's probably about it. If that's cool. She's ready to rock and roll.
Okay. So so I think the next scene it'll be however many people want to show up to it'll be a small pub on the edge of kind of on the edge of Crowfoot. Yeah, on the edge of Crowsfoot near Charter Hall, near the Richmond Charter Hall, which is actually like pretty close to where you made your first the group made their first kill along that bridge. Um, you are sitting at a kind of sitting as a group around the table. Who all shows up to this meeting to meet with whoever this person who wants you to go to Imperial City is?
I'll go.
I'll go.
the stuff will be there.
I will go.
Okay.
Although would have been well, he would have been more than happy to be there, but he's unfortunately indisposed.
Yep. He's off growing you guys prison territory in the prison.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find the guy's name. Where's that? Got it. Okay. So I was looking back through my notes. So you guys are sitting there kind of waiting around for this whoever this fixer is to show up, and you see a familiar frame uh, come through the door and look around and make his way towards your table. Dashiell, you recognize him immediately. This is Ermor Lot, the henchman, the kind of the one of the main henchmen of the Circle of Flame. He sits down across from you, across from the table from you guys.
We're not on very good terms with the circle.
No, you guys are not on very good terms at all with these guys.
Hostile, in fact.
Yes. This is well, if this isn't interesting. When that Weasley fellow in that warehouse told me that he had somebody who could do a job out of the city, I wasn't expecting this crew. Well,
I soon shoot you as listen to you, but get on with it.
well, seems like bad business to me. That's how you're going to do things, but know that I have no ill will towards you, sir. I'm simply a professional. And as such, I'm here to I'm here to offer you a job. There is well, there is there's been a bit of trouble among my employers, and one of them has fled the city. And taken with him an artifact that we care very dearly for.
Eyeball, is it?
No, you have stymied my employers on that front. No, this is a hand, a mummified hand. I do not know why it is considered valuable. I do know that you should not touch it. But it's been taken to Imperial City and has become a part of the Emperor's menagerie. Of course, I understand. This is probably a bit much for your crew, but if you were able to retrieve the hand and bring it to my employers, they'd be willing to pay you a rather substantial reward in coin, enough to to fund some of the retirement, to fund a number of your retirements.
I'd say it's up to you guys.
I think. Oh, I think you just dropped out of the game.
I do.
Yep.
Alright.
Nope, you're back.
Hmm.
Maybe it was just from inactivity.
Mhm.
Well, if you're not interested in talking about it, I suppose my employers will have to find somebody else.
We'll need to discuss it a little bit here.
I mean, what's to discuss? I mean, going to one of the most heavily guarded places in one of the most heavily guarded cities, in the most heavily guarded city in the world. Do you think this is a job for you?
Sure. I'm not against it.
Might as well. What could possibly go wrong?
Love it. My favorite thing that you say.
Yes.
He writes down a figure or passes a note that has a figure on it. That is the equivalent of about 30 coin.
Okay.
As I said, the risk is quite high with this job, with a commensurate reward. Paid in full, of course, when this artifact is delivered. Now, of course, I cannot offer you any help in getting to Imperial City, nor any aid in any aid there. For my contacts do not extend outside of Duskvol. We'll have to leave this. Then we'll have to rely on your own resourcefulness. But he points again at the piece of paper out on the table. It says, if the price is right for you, then you may continue. In the meantime, I'll be looking for others to do the job as well.
Mhm. Well, wait, does that mean there'll be competition?
Not if you hurry.
Got it.
He you'll know where to find me. He stands up and makes for the door.
Okay.
So this is an extraordinary job. Like
Yeah.
jobs usually max out around 10 coin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is like
I'm
like-
wondering who else, if the Red Sash or if the Circle of Flame is interested in this thing. I wonder who else is. I don't know if this is something that we might ask a question of the Dimmer sisters or not.
Maybe. You guys also don't have a lot of information about, how to get out of town, how to get out of Duskvol to begin with.
Well, there's the railroad line.
There is the railroad line, which is probably the only way to get to Imperial City. It's true. I mean, some of you may know some ways that people can get to Imperial City, but like it takes some paperwork, some papers to or travel papers to get to go there in the first place.
Well, I think there's one of our crew that could probably help us with that, but he's not here tonight.
Right.
I'm happy to go to Imperial City, especially if we can figure out how to get there.
Yeah. My only concern is what's going to happen to our territory when we're gone,
That's a good
or
point.
while we're gone.
That's a good thought. What about everybody else? What do you guys feel like doing?
I'd like to wake up and go on little trip to Imperial City, but I can't do anything right now because I am having bad dreams.
Yes, he is. That is true. Like your guy who's like specialized in doing heists is unconscious, and for all you know, will continue to be unconscious. He's been unconscious for a month, or been in this coma for a month.
Yeah.
And for all you know, he's never going to wake up.
This is it. Yeah, the rest of his life. All right. Well,
maybe it's time to take him to the Dimmer sisters.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. If you guys want to do that. Is that what you guys want to do?
Sure. That's not what he would want, though, right?
Oh.
No, not at all.
And he's not making a comment on it.
Well, that's probably because you can't.
Right.
On account of, yeah. So, no, because that's not what he would want.
However, I would like to go talk to the Dimmer sisters and see if I can find out a little bit more about this hand thing.
Okay. All right, who all's going to go to the Dimmer sisters then?
I'll go. They don't scare me.
Okay. So it's Dashel and Min.
Yeah. The Adventures of Dashel and Min.
Okay. You set up some time to, you actually just go over into the shop. A little bell goes ding ding, or I don't think it's a bell. I think it's little bones rattling when you open the front door in the dusty and perpetually empty little shop. And there's almost always a different woman here each time. I think this will be a little old lady with kind of nicely coiffed hair and it's a pretty nice, a nice looking dress. And she says, "Oh, welcome. Come in.
We go in.
You're our friends who got us the eye, are you not? Return our stolen property."
we had a hand in that.
Uh-huh.
And when you say it that way, she stops and looks a little suspiciously at you. Yes, you have been quite handy.
Mhm.
Feeling your relationship with the Circle of Flame may not be the greatest, considering they were the ones with the eye.
Yes.
We've we've been approached by a representative of the Circle of Flame about acquiring a hand for them.
Says, is that a fact? Well, is this and I suppose this hand is someplace difficult to reach.
Very. But they are willing to pay exorbitant prices to get it.
I see.
If that's your dreams, and then we will get to the heart of matter.
Uh,
She says, the circle has been trying to gather the artifacts for quite some time. There are 3 of them.
eye, a heart, and a hand.
Mhm.
An eye, a heart, an eye, a hand, and one other. Because I don't think anybody's discussed the heart with you.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey, Min,
Yeah.
what might be interesting is if this guy said that he was going to approach other people,
Mm-hmm.
what about letting other people try and get it and relieving them of it on the way back?
Oh. All right.
Let them do all the tough work, and
Okay, that is an interesting idea.
Yeah. I don't hate it. I don't hate that idea.
we don't necessarily have to give it to the Circle of Flame.
True.
Says,
If we control the artifacts, then we can, maybe get a better handle on this game that they're trying to play.
so the eye that we have in our possession is called the Eye of Kotor. And the hand is called the Hand of Kotor. The
KOTOR.
yes. I believe it stands for Knights of the Old Republic. It's an excellent video game back in the old days. But it is also the name of a powerful sorcerer who was murdered and sundered apart.
It's like a rough deal.
and is said to be extraordinarily powerful. Powerful enough that you know, his eye, if it really was the eye of that person, the eye that we have in our possession, um, enhances oracular powers quite significantly. Enough for us to know that if those three artifacts were ever brought in the same place at the same time, things could be quite disastrous. So my recommendation to you, young man, would be to do what you could to ensure that this job isn't pulled off, because it could be quite dangerous if it were.
So the best place for this hand would be to stay in the Emperor's garden.
Perhaps. And the best place for the eye is within our care.
No doubt.
And if that other artifact is found, we should keep it far away from the others. I will have to bring this information to my sisters.
You know where to reach us.
As well you should.
But I would consider this actually good news, because previously we were quite certain that the hand was in the possession of the circle somewhere here in the city. But if somebody has left but if some traitor of theirs has taken it to the Imperial City, I would consider it safer there.
Well, we would appreciate it if you would keep us posted on any information you might find out about who's going after it and when and where. And we might be able to help prevent its recovery.
We will certainly convey information to you as it becomes appropriate. Now, would you like a cookie?
Ooh, I
Really?
would love a cookie.
Yeah, she offers you a couple of gingerbread cookies that are in the shapes of the two of you.
I take his and bite his head off real quick.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tastes pretty good. I mean, it's nice and warm too. It's like it almost looks like it just came out of the oven.
Delicious. Oh my god. The cat senses that I have a yogurt.
Oh, and would you like to take these others back to your friends?
Yes.
Certainly.
Gives you a little box with a ribbon on it. You have, there's one for for each of the main crewmen, crew members, including Vetcher.
Nice. All right. I really want to bite the heads off of all of them and then give them their cookies. But not say that I did it, just be like, yeah, this is her sisters gave me these cookies.
These headless cookies to give you.
Do you think it means something that their heads are all missing? It's weird.
Everybody in the crew's a little crazy.
Everybody.
Is Aldo like one of the only ones that does not have a? Am I wrong? Does Aldo not have a have any trauma or a?
Yeah, Aldo does not have any trauma. He's
Yeah.
he's a perfectly
Normal.
well balanced,
But as far as like
normal
the rest of the
hired killer. Yeah.
as far as the rest of the original crew, I think everybody else has at least one.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Cool. That's that's where we're at because we're all messed up people.
Indeed. And how?
All right, to get back to the your warehouse or your shipping warehouse and your liquidators warehouse. Hand out cookies. They headless cookies?
Yeah.
Yeah, headless cookies.
Yeah. With no explanation at all. Just,
Cool.
yeah.
And of course, I've watched her bite the heads off of all these cookies.
Yeah.
You don't have to say anything.
I'm not. I'm just saying that I watched you bite the heads off of all these cookies.
Yes, you did. I wasn't sneaky about it. I didn't go, I didn't turn around and try to pretend. I just like bit the heads off and ate them. I was like, and probably made appreciative sounds like, yum.
Yeah, each one tastes a little different.
Yeah.
You know.
And then that's it.
I was like, oh yeah, that is that's
Oh,
that's special.
Well,
I mean, it's not like you took my cookie, turned around so I couldn't see you do it, bit the head off of it, and handed it back to me with
oh,
now
no, it is
cookie.
absolutely not. No, you're correct. I did not do that. I didn't try that at all. I was completely upfront. I was like, yeah, just eating the head off of your cookie and making a comment about,
We'll have to attach a file to Aldo's and send it to him in prison.
True.
All right. So any discussions or that's what comes next, guys?
Question. I think it's probably time for us to try to figure out a way to get to the Imperial City, or at least, or to talk about that, the plan of, your plan about just, basically camping where we think people who might have it could be coming from, and
Okay.
is it more dangerous to go to the Imperial City, or is it more dangerous to camp on the road to the Imperial City and act as highwaymen? And which one do we like better?
Do is figure out who our competition is.
I'd say the first question. I mean, that's something that that maybe Rain might be a better person to go gather some information about how to get out of the city.
Well, I think we could also go to the railroad station and just kind of study it.
Yep. That is another thing you could do.
So I think I'll go to the railroad station and just kind of study.
Okay.
Study and or survey.
Sure.
Survey is gather information about opportunities or exploits.
Yep. Anyway, I'm not even going to worry about a roll for this. So you spent a little bit of time in the in the night market district, where the train station is.
Yep.
And we have is it the Railjacks? The names of the guys who are kind of security for them, as well as a little bit. There's a small contingent of the Imperial military here as well. It looks like people coming, the people getting on the trains. Most of them looks like they're some sort of businessmen, or working with some sort of couriers. But the majority of the people, and the area that you see is like maybe your biggest opportunity is there are they're called pilgrims, religious pilgrims, who are traveling to Imperial City to see the glory of the Emperor, or the glory of his works.
Yeah. Makes sense.
There's still, so what about these guys is, most people, will spend, decades saving up coin to get passage on the train just to visit Imperial City, and to spend at least a few days, basking in the glory of the Emperor in his seat of power.
Do they come back?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they come back. Very few people immigrate to the Imperial City, or is it emigrate to? Emigrate to, because that is like population within Imperial City is very tightly controlled.
No, I was thinking of like sacrifice or something.
Oh yeah,
Once they got
like
there.
a 40K situation where
Yeah.
there's thousands of people every day sacrificed to keep the Emperor, the light of the Emperor alive.
Right.
And it is the corpse Emperor. He is called the Undying Emperor, and there are whispers. People don't, certainly not polite society talk, but there are whispers that he is a vampire as well, or some sort of spirit.
Makes sense.
Because he's been ruling the empire for generations.
He's not the Dread Pirate Robin.
Mhm. I mean, some say he's ruled the empire since the Cataclysm.
Maybe his state is a result of the cataclysm.
Perhaps it is.
Maybe his rule caused the Cataclysm.
Yeah. There are lots. There are those and many other heresies.
Mhm. You can't be a heretic.
So yeah. So your easiest way to get there would probably be to pose as pilgrims, but would almost certainly require like getting your hands on some. I mean, you'd have to, unless you're willing to put like a lot of money towards it. Probably on the order of about 10 coin each in money that you've saved up to go. Well, maybe more like 5 coin each. To get the travel papers and the authorization to go, and and of course your tickets. You may have to do some forgery and some sort of disguises and things like that. And of course, weapons are going to be, from what of Imperial City, weapons are strictly prohibited. And of course, So you'll have to find a way to smuggle them in, or make some sort of contacts when you get there to get your hands on some weapons. If you think you're going to need weapons,
Mhm.
that's to be fair. Yeah, maybe maybe you don't need weapons. Maybe it'll be,
Maybe.
Maybe we need to get Aldo out of jail.
maybe you need to get Aldo out of jail. His prison term will be up in probably about 3 weeks. If you're willing to wait that long.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah, I looked up like the wanted level stuff, and it's only for like a few months that he's in jail. So I decided on 2 months.
A generous 2-month sentence.
Uh-huh.
Not too bad.
Yeah. Well, and I think they probably want to get him out of there too.
I can't imagine why.
Ridiculous.
All right. All right. So what other discussions? Are there some activities?
Who
I heard the word "who." Was there more to
Right.
that?
Yes.
trying to figure out who the competition might be?
Okay.
Maybe the Lamp Black, pass the word to our various contacts. Lamp Blacks, the Dimmer Sisters, the Bill Hooks, Spirit Wardens,
Sure.
anybody that we're on decent terms with. If they hear anything about a mission to Imperial City, and who might have gotten hired to do it, we'd appreciate the information.
Okay. All right. So how are you going to gather that information? How are you looking to get that?
Well, again, pass on
Okay.
to all of our
Good. Okay.
contacts
Pass it on. Just to let them know, hey, we want to figure out if somebody's doing a job here.
that that we're considering taking this job, but it's an open contract. We'd kind of like to know who our competition might be if somebody else gets hired to do it.
Okay. Okay. So I think you get back, you hear back, I'd say after about a week. So first of all, um, when Bazo hears like how much money it seems to be out here for this, Like he seems pretty interesting. He's like, oh well, oh well. I had no idea that their pockets were that deep.
Well.
You know-
Lots of money has been made, okay?
You know, we maybe worthwhile exploring such things. I'll say I've heard the same of a couple others. You heard of the Silver Nails?
The who?
Silver Nails. Your friend met with one of their crew as well. He met with a few others, but I don't know exactly who they were. But I recognized that Silver Nails chap. They were a bunch of Severosi mercenaries. They're rather good at killing ghosts. He said he met up with a few others, according to me boys. But they didn't get a good look at the others, or at least not enough to understand, not enough to figure out who they were. So, what do you think? You gonna go do it?
Haven't quite decided yet.
All right.
Trying to figure out how we can get down to Imperial City.
That's a tricky one, that ain't it? Well, I'd say rail is the only way in, really. But you probably already know that.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of greasing the right palms and getting the right stamps on a little sliver of paper, isn't it?
Yep. Something that we got to work on.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, that we do. Suppose I might get me crew working on that a bit too. It's enough coin. I could retire right now. And that's the dream, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Set yourself nice and posh somewhere where the lights never go out.
Yeah, but having the Imperials after you,
That would put a damper on things. But
Yep.
this is the life we live. Well, it's a pleasure seeing it again.
yeah,
My boys have some work to do. All right. So how you guys going to go about getting on a train?
Mm-hmm.
And are you going to do anything to get your best sneaky guy online?
I don't know. Sorry.
Do we know about that young lady that he helped, or
I-
has he kept that a secret?
You'd have to ask Lehman.
I whisked her away, and you never heard from her since.
Okay.
Now you did hear. I think last session you did hear something about her, if you recall. That I may have.
It was with
It probably
with
kind of
Rain.
sideways. Oh, was it with Rain? Okay, never mind. Well, and does Rain have any? Did Rain share that?
No, because
Right.
she doesn't know who that person is.
Oh,
Because
okay,
she wasn't around at that time.
very good. Then we don't have to worry about that at all. I dropped that clue somewhere where it wasn't going to get back to the crew.
That's great, isn't it?
Yes.
It happens.
Yep. Yeah, but out of character, she learned that her father and her older sisters passed away, or were passed away, or were otherwise kind of removed, and that girl is now running the family, running their estate
Okay.
in their fancy place in White Crown.
We know Vetcher doesn't like the Dimmer sisters. How did he feel about the Spirit Wardens?
My guys are friends with spirit wardens,
I
mostly.
know they are, but how did Vetcher feel about them?
I was fine doing all their missions and stuff.
Yeah, I don't remember him complaining about them.
Well, go to the Spirit Wardens and say, hey, one of our companions, fought a vampire and got hurt and has been in a coma ever since.
All right, you want to go take him to them?
Well, go approach them first before,
Okay.
Is it something that they can deal with, or do they recommend taking him to someplace else, or just putting him out of his misery, or what?
You meet with you go to where the name of their location is. I think they have like a temple in the Brightstone area, and or like their big bell tower place where they have the rookery. The You meet with the with the masked. Yeah. So you're allowed in. They have like some acolytes that aren't masked, but you meet with one of the spirit wardens themselves, who's wearing that brass mask and robes that you're pretty sure have some sort of magical effects that make it so it's difficult to see what their physical features are, and like even their height and stuff. So you'd be like talking to somebody and like get a view of how tall they are, and then as soon as they stand up, they seem like a completely different height.
Uh-huh.
And like every time you look at them, their physical features are slightly different. Anyway, it says he says it has been a while since we've met with your team. How go things?
Well, we have a problem.
Well, you have come to our aid when we required it. We shall do what we can to aid you as well.
We had
Our
a
arrangement has been quite satisfactory.
we had a encounter with a vampire, which I don't know if you remember our companion Vetcher, but he managed to kill the vampire, but not before it apparently inflicted some sort of damage to him, and he's been in a coma ever since.
I see.
We're not quite sure what to do with him since he is unresponsive and basically he just lays there. I don't know if, I mean, he appears to be alive, but just barely. Don't know if he can recover, whether we should put him out of his misery, whether he's a potential danger to us.
All of these are possibilities. Perhaps you should bring him here. We will have I will have one of our medics examine him.
Very
Our
well.
members, our members have been injured by such things before, and on occasion we were able to
Restore.
yes, restore. And in other cases we have to have the body dissolved, like others. Time is of the essence, though. Hopefully you haven't waited too long.
Well, hopefully not. So we'll go collect the body and take Vetcher to the spirit wardens.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So you yeah, I think you're gonna have to probably grab a cart or something and have them have them delivered, because it's a pretty good trek to where they're at. Yeah, and a close look. You bring them there, and they set them up on a stone slab, and there's another of the spirit wardens here, with a previously all of the masks I have looked identical to you. This one does look a lot more ornate. Um, and but also just speaks in the same voice. It says we will attempt to reach him and restore him if it is possible. Um, so go ahead and so Lehman, if you'd like to go ahead and make another recovery check, or
Okay. Oh. Number of dice.
I think you should use your. One sec. I think you're going to use your resolve with this.
Wonderful.
Is that the one you have 0 in?
I actually have 1 in.
Okay, so that's something. Because this is a spiritual sort of thing.
Oh,
I mean, 1 does get you 1, right?
I
On the
believe
downtime
so.
thing?
Let's look at downtime.
Yeah, look at the downtime sheet. I think it does give you 1, and I think that's all you need.
Recover like a long term. Long term is 1 through 3 is 1.
Yep. Okay.
So yeah, that gets me.
Yeah, it does. So the Vetcher wakes up. And this time, like Vetcher's lost a lot of weight. He's again he hasn't like
Menu
eaten in a month.
Nujny Glaz Uruk Sertse.
Ben tries to get him his cookie. I mean, the bottom half. What's left?
Have you been nibbling on his arms and legs too?
It's just the
Possibly.
torso.
Yeah,
Like, she didn't know the plan was to go wake him up from his coma today.
yeah.
So,
As a matter of fact, she's probably stacking on it while he's on the table
Yeah.
there. He's like,
and he wakes up and he's all like saying, whatever it is that he's saying. And she's like, you want a cookie?
maybe he's asking for a cookie.
It used to look like you. Kind of still does. It's like one would think you would taste. It's kind of weird. Tastes like unwashed body lying in a bed. Not pleasant.
Mhm. Okay. So, yeah, Vetcher's back.
Do the spirit wardens say anything to us about the?
So,
His-
does that move down to the 2 then?
Yes, I think it does.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're still gonna be messed up there.
Yep.
Still pretty messed up, but not dead.
Nope.
You're not dead yet.
So we need to fatten him up, heal him up.
Yeah, I imagine he can probably barely talk because he hasn't had food and water for a long time.
Uh-huh. Do the spirit wardens take donations?
Of course they do.
I'm gonna give him a coin.
Yeah, the acolytes accept your coin on the way out.
And thank them for their service and to keep us in mind, if they need us.
We value we value the relationship we've had with you, and seek for its continuance.
Sounds like good news.
And one last question, because this
Yeah.
ghost wound is different.
Yeah.
Normally, when you fill a healing clock, everything drops 1.
Yeah, I think it's been long enough. You can drop the slash off.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just take that one right off.
Okay. Wanted to make sure before I did it.
Yep.
So take your home, start, giving them food and drink,
Feeding him soup.
and start filling him in on what's happened since he's been
Yeah.
out to lunch.
Yeah, you give him. You give him all the news. This super this insanely high paying job, going and stealing something from the emperor,
Insane being with the work.
and
Now I understand how Mr. Rest in Peace Van Winkle felt.
Ooh, yeah,
But it was not very restful.
I think Vetcher also has a beard
There-
now.
Yes. First thing will be shave.
Yep.
My 5 o'clock shadow has become June shadow.
Yes.
Do we need to get him tickets to the opera?
No, I don't think he has any stress, man. I mean, he is the most rested of all of you guys.
Yes, lots of rest, not very much. But all will be good. We might need to, I had premonition we might need to go away for a little bit.
Go away as into the Imperial City, or
Oh, that would be pretty nice, I think.
all of us go away, or just you?
Oh, if you want to come, we can go.
You're getting a little quiet there, Lehman.
Yes,
I can.
I have not eaten in a very long time. I need eat, drink.
Okay. So yeah, you guys work on getting Vetcher's his health back, and I think for this session, I think I'll probably do personal XP. Normally I don't normally do XP and stuff after jobs. We've gone 2 sessions in a row without jobs, without doing a job. So I think we'll do some XP and stuff because we did like a good amount of role playing, which I want to reward as well. Well, frankly, most of the rewards in this game are based on role playing.
And I have to admit, until right now, I did not even think about Rip Van Winkle, the Rip being rest in peace. And as soon as I thought of it, I was like, I gotta say it, because
Yeah,
that's what Vetcher would think.
that is the kind of thing you would think. I never made that connection either. Did you, Jenny?
No.
No. Lehman, you may be the first person on the planet to figure that out. Okay. So first, let's do Smythe and Company XP real quick. If you haven't done a job, 10 with challenges above your station. What is you're still tier 2. I think yes. Vulture your crew's reputation. Did you guys do anything to vulture your reputation? You might argue that the stuff that Aldo's doing in the prison.
Yeah, Aldo's
stuff. Oh, you know what? Yeah, this would be like this session and last session combined. So, and express your goals, drives, or inner conflicts, essential nature of the crew. I feel like yes. Those guys have been working on a lot of talk about the expansion and some other things, your deals with other crew. So I think that is 3 XP for the crew.
So very, very close.
Yeah, you guys are real close to getting a new ability. Okay. Let's look at.
What was that?
Was that Joe?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Okay. It was a Joe
Okay.
Star?
Mhm.
Okay. So So Joe, we didn't do any desperate actions.
Yeah.
What do you think of like maybe 3 XP? Because I think at displaying dominance, slayed without mercy,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
tribes and heritages and stuff. I think I feel like you kind of did that. So I think that's probably 3 XP.
Yeah.
Let's see.
And I will use that to level up Flowers. Now the only thing
Oh,
is, do I
yeah,
want to?
sorry. I was reading one. I was looking at von Christov,
Yes.
the Christov one. So I think that is 3 for Christov.
Yep. Yeah. And then
And then
Stormer
Aldo,
for Pearl. Okay, now Aldo.
would you address the challenge with the violence warriors? Yeah.
Yep.
What do you think? Maybe 2 for him?
2. All right. He'll finish off a playbook advancement. So now,
Gonna
which
pick some.
one? Mhm. What is this choices?
Yeah, I got a lot of choices there.
Yep.
Ashel was a monster because he got so much shit. Let's see here. Tracking or violence. I think probably another 3. What do you think?
Sounds okay to me.
Yep. I'm getting real boring with these. Maybe I'm just gonna. Everybody's just getting 3.
I'm good with that.
Jenny, it looks like you filled up your playbook advancement, but didn't spend it.
Oh, okay.
And then
realize-
go ahead and add another. Yeah, go ahead and turn it over to number 3. I think it probably just happened at the end of the session. And you're like, I'm going to bed,
Probably.
or maybe it was after you went to bed, and I just put them on there.
Maybe so. Yeah. Oh, that's a crew. It's like I have come on.
Down below.
There's one more. There's one
Oh
more.
no, you're looking at the crew.
I'm looking at the crew.
Okay, not men.
Hmm.
I mean, it's really small right there. There you go.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, and then Rain.
Take 3 more experience.
Yeah, you want to just take 3, Rain?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we all did some good role playing.
I'm gonna fill up the insight and resolve.
Nice. And just advance 3 things all at once. It's pretty badass.
Yeah.
Baller move.
Yeah.
And in the next session, we'll do the setup for travel to the Imperial City
Okay.
and then dealing with this whole other environment.
That
Which
sounds good.
I have a suspicion is going to make you guys very uncomfortable. It's going to be cool.
All right.
I'm looking forward to this.
Crisis choice.
Maybe I did take it and I forgot to mark it because I have 2 in my playbook. I have Alchemist and Venomous.
Yeah, most people have 2 or 3 or more.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, so if I look at Aldo has 3
Just took
playbook,
a third.
just took a third, and
Yep.
and Pete has a lot. Dashel
Yeah.
has 5. I take that back. He has 6.
Yes.
That's because I put all my playbook, all my
Yeah.
general XP went into playbook.
Yep, and you
Yeah.
just did lots of desperate actions to improve your other stuff.
Yeah.
And training.
Yeah, oh yeah, and training. Yep, that makes
Alright,
sense.
well, then I took Artificer. So when I invent craft a creation with Spark Craft features, I get a +1 result level to my roll. And
Nice.
it's 1 special design already in. Let's figure that out later. But
Worth it.
I did it.
I love it.
All
right. Night, boys and girls.
Thanks, Bob.
All right.
I know it's not a lot of action and
Thank you.
stuff,
Nope.
but I'm enjoying
It
and
moved
stuff.
things along. So
He didn't get to kill anything.
I know, poor Pete.
No,
No, it was Joe. Joe's the one that's been killing people.
In the
Joe got
jail, in the prison.
in this session and the last session.
Joe, Joe.
Poor Dashel is just like, climbing the walls.
I'm getting ready to waste away here.
Yeah. All right,
Start-
night, everyone, girls.
Night.
Bye,
Good session,
everybody.
everybody.